What's good? We back with another one. Your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Shout out to the LDBC one time for the one time. Should Manny Pacquiao retire is the $1 billion question. And in my opinion, yes. It's time to hang it up. I've been telling guys that for the longest. It's no indictment on him because in the Jesse Vargas fight and the Tim Bradley fight, his last two fights, he looked pretty solid. He looked pretty good, but I thought that he should just retire for the simple fact that he didn't want to compete against the best no more. And I share them same sentiments about Floyd Mayweather, Marquez, and Miguel Cotto. I think it's time for all of those guys to step out the game. If they don't want to pass the torch and get the young guys in their division a shot to win. And let the young guys take over and let them figure it out. Because when these guys were active, Pacquiao, Cotto, and Mayweather specifically, guys were letting those guys dictate their whole career. Everything was, okay, I'm not going to fight that guy over there because it's a close fight. And I can just, try to hold out and hopefully one of these guys can give me the fight of my life. And I can, make some money and potentially take a year off or retire and be good. So a lot of those guys' careers were stagnant, waiting on Pacquiao, Mayweather, and Cotto to be Pacific. They wanted those fights. And I think if they just fully remove themselves from the sport, I think the floodgates will open and it's starting to happen. If Pacquiao didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford, you see what happened. Exactly what happened. Like Rigondeaux said, I thought Pacquiao, won, but basically, karma bit him in his ass. He picked a cherry and the cherry ended up picking him. And at the end of the day, I don't have any hard feelings for Pacquiao at all. For the simple fact that he didn't want to fight Thurman, he didn't want to fight Spence, he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford like we wanted to see, and you see what happened. What goes around comes around like a hula hoop. And when you cherry pick too many times, from Vargas to Bradley, and one of those cherries is going to eventually pick your ass, especially when you're almost 40 years old. And Freddie Roach said he had never seen Pacquiao in such worse shape that he seen him beginning this camp, and a lot of people just thought he was trying to sell the fight, and he was telling the God honest truth. And as much as Manny Pacquiao is declining, is as much as Freddie Roach and his stable is declining as well. Freddie Roach and his stable was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago was the hottest thing smoking. He had so many great fighters that he had to give Peter Quillen to Eric Brown. He had to give Vanes Martirosyan split from him. He had a lot of good fighters. A lot of fighters slipped through the cracks. And now, both of these guys are on the downslope. The epically falling downslope. With Postal got his ass whooped. Pacquiao just got lost to a close fight that I thought he won. But it's starting to go downhill now. Freddie the joke coach Roach. Floyd Mayweather Sr. would say. But seriously, man, I think he should hang it up. Just get out of there. I know that he don't want to have that Jeff Horn fight as his everlasting memory. So I would love to see him fight Jeff Horn one more time and just go out on top. Go out with a win and let it go a long way from you doing other things in the Philippines and politics and all that. But the thing about it, is that the simple fact of it is that what is his financial background looking like? So does he need to fight just to make ends meet? What if he can't retire right now? Because remember, Mayweather saying that they were stealing money from Mayweather and that Pacquiao contract was looking fishy, and Bob Arum was giving all these advances and taxing him on the money for the advances he had to pay back on the back end. So that's another thing to think about. Does he have to fight for the money now? I know you're saying you made all that money with Mayweather to fight Mayweather, but at the end of the day, he owed Bob Arum some money from all the advances. So we'll see, man. This your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.